Welcome to the Pure Performance Cafe. May I take your order?
Yes, I would like a shot of Pure Performance, please.
Coming right up.
Welcome to another Performance Cafe episode. It's been a while actually, but I'm sitting here again with Stefan. Hi.
Hi.
So Stefan Frandl, you are working out of our Linz Lab.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's right.
Just an introduction. Again, what's your role? How long have you been with the company?
I've been with the company for 12 years now, and I'm agent development lead. So I'm working with the critical part in the system, so meaning from a performance and stability point of view.
Wow, 12 years. That's a pretty long time. Now, we had different discussions before already on the podcast. Today, you invited me and said, hey, you have some topics to talk about. And one thing that when I walked in to your room, you had a whiteboard and it says health monitoring. And I said, what do you mean with health monitoring? We monitor health all the time, but you actually have a different spin. We're not talking about system health monitoring, but development health monitoring. Development health monitoring. So figuring out how healthy are my developers, meaning kind of what the quality of code that they're developing, right, I would assume. And I thought it was very interesting because a while ago when you invited me to speak at Dev1, I believe I had one slide up when I talked about DevOps, and I believe it was Etsy. They have like these that you would normally see, like the push button, smiley face, frowning face, and something in the middle. What you normally see at restrooms or at toilets at the airport. How was your experience? And they had these buttons at the exit door. So kind of you leave at the end of the day and then you say, what is your mood? Mm-hmm. And they use this as anonymous feedback to say, what's happening right now? Are people happy or not happy? As an early warning indicator of what's going on. And I think this is what you also try to do here, figuring out, is there anything wrong health-wise with our engineering teams?
Yeah, that's of course one point. And on the other hand, there are a lot of metrics, a lot of data is there, but unused because, of course, you need to gather the data yourself and you don't get a real overview. So meaning, of course, you can have statistics, you can have sonar, whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's always something you need to get there from. And the health monitor would, of course, help you to see what is going on, how am I doing. And in the end, of course, could also give things like an anonymous overview over how are my teams doing, and is there something wrong, for example, and do I need to improve something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and especially I think it's also interesting to do behavior change detection, right? Let's say the developer X or the team Y, they were normally committing that many lines of code. And now all of a sudden it completely dropped or something is changing, right? Yeah. And it's like an early warning indicator that something is not quite right.
Yeah, so maybe, for example, if the quality, of course, of the product itself drops, then you will see a lot of support cases and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And therefore, of course, it would also indicate very, very soon that also no one, or at least less code is implemented, because of course we're working on support cases, so you would see a direct connection on the quality. And of course, if you have some health monitoring, you can really see, is there a problem? Do we need to work on that? Is there a problem in the whole development team, or is it just one team, or maybe is it just one single person because of personal reasons or something like that? So
that's interesting. So, I mean, you mentioned two metrics, like tracking the amount of time spent on support tickets versus spending it for engineering. That's a great one. What other metrics do you think would be interesting to monitor? You mentioned sonar, but any other metrics that you may want to tell the audience what you would like to track?
Yeah, of course, the number of commits would be interesting. So if you are not committing very frequently, then there might be some problem of having a big bunch at the end that no one can review, really. So that's one thing. I think that's pretty much it.
Cool. So I really like this. So I kind of like a development health monitor where we actually focus on how healthy are my teams, and the idea really is getting early warning signals of in case something is not going into the right direction. Like we're spending too much time in support versus innovation, which is a bad sign of quality, obviously. Change behavior in commits, change behavior maybe in the quality of test results.
maybe also in the number of tests, in the coverage, of course. Yeah. And as said, if you're just if the number of lines that are committed is dropping significantly, there might be also something wrong. Yeah.
Cool. I like this. It's a great idea.
Very nice.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks.